All right, time for Ask Halftime, and it is a video question for the committee.
Hi, my name's Nigel Sampson. I'm in Lyman, Maine. My question for the team is, what do they see as the prospects for Abbvie this year?
We chose that because we had a lot of ownership. Shannon, you own it. Degas, you own it. Joe, you own it. And Doc, you own calls. So what about it, Doc? Why don't you go first? What are the prospects for Abbvie this year?
Sure. I like it. It's a 3.5% dividend yielder, Scott. So you're getting paid to wait. They're presenting at several big conferences, again, with some very critical areas of healthcare that they address. So any good news could really spike the stock. It's one that is located just north of Chicago, and I drive by the headquarters a lot. A lot of people that are working there seem pretty bullish, so I like the company.
What do you stop when you're driving past there and ask the employees how they're feeling, Doc? What do you mean?
Sometimes I go skiing with some of those folks.
Okay, just checking. Shannon, you own it.
Mm-hmm.
I do. And actually, Scott, we just trimmed this stock last week because it's done very well relative to the market and to the rest of healthcare. I would look at several key, to John's point, we have several key pipeline data points that have come out this year that have been pretty positive. Really speaks to the ability of Abbvie to focus their next-gen pipeline. But healthcare in general is our second favorite sector, and Abbvie is a great way to play that, a little bit further away from some of the binary nature of biotech. And so if you're looking to increase your healthcare exposure, which I think you should in this environment, this is a great stock to own.
So let's go more broad then, Degas, rather than continue to sing the praises on a stock that I know you own and you like, or you wouldn't own it. What about what Shannon just said to end there? Healthcare, is that a good place to be right now? And if so, why?
Yeah, it's a great place to be because ultimately you're looking at more of a defensive sector as we go into rising interest rate environment, because these companies have what's called pricing power because they're going to have demand for their treatments, their drugs. Also, a lot of these companies have patent protection. And so that's going to mean that there's going to be a low ability to substitute for these treatments and drugs. And lastly, there's barriers of entry because all the research and research development they've put into finding these drugs. So healthcare is a great place to actually invest in this particular market.
So let me ask you this. We'll button it up with one more on Abbvie, Joe. Since you own it, you've owned it for a long time, and you're up 42%, and the stock has hit an all-time high or an intraday high today. Do you keep holding it, or do you take some profits?
So I'm going to shock you because you're going to say, well, this is a classic example of buy high, sell higher. I like what Shannon's doing trimming here. There's a lot of good news that's priced into the stock without question. It is a quality company. I would hold it, but I wouldn't initiate a position here, and I wouldn't add to a position here.